The floods are starting to open. Monica Long, the president of Ripple, said as much earlier this year, and to be honest, it's actually happening when you consider it. The world's largest banks are beginning to join the fray. And this is significant. Finally, banks are receiving approval, opening the door for widespread adoption and ultimately the transfer of trillions of dollars throughout the chain. Being aware of all of this is exciting at this moment. Therefore, pay attention to what is happening in front of us. The amount of change since March is mind-blowing. At that point, David Sachs provided a significant update regarding the FDIC's position on cryptocurrency. In essence, the FDIC has facilitated banks' entry into the cryptocurrency space. This is a significant step in the direction of broader use of cryptocurrency. Thanks to Travis Hill, the acting chairman and governor of the FDIC, for making this possible. If you look closely, the FDIC explained how banks can participate in cryptocurrency, and the specifics are quite fascinating. Why is this important? Due to the FDIC's significant influence in the banking industry. The majority of U.S. bank accounts are insured by this institution. They are now allowing big banks to investigate cryptocurrency. This is an obvious indication that the financial scene is changing, and it comes from one of the major participants. The OCC announced some great news on May 7th. They explained that national banks are now able to purchase and sell cryptocurrency assets upon request from clients. Additionally, as long as the appropriate risk management is implemented, they are able to contract with other parties to handle custody and execution services. Oh, and things improve. The OCC even has a video that explains how banks under their supervision can manage assets in custody and contract out crypto-related tasks like execution and custody. Quite awesome, isn't it? Look at it. Over 50 million Americans own cryptocurrencies in one form or another. Financial services are becoming more digital, but this is not a trend. It's a change. In order to assist their customers, national banks and federal savings associations are permitted to responsibly participate in some cryptocurrency activities according to confirmation from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. On behalf of their clients, OCC-regulated banks are permitted to offer custody services such as the safekeeping and secure storage of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets. At the request of their clients, the banks under our supervision may also purchase and sell cryptocurrency that they keep in custody. Furthermore, these banks could offer their clients additional custody services like tax, reporting, or record keeping. As long as third-party risk management procedures are followed, OCC banks may use a sub-custodian to offer the same services. Although banks and their third parties may engage in a variety of cryptocurrency and digital asset operations, it is important to note that the OCC expects these activities to be carried out safely, soundly, and in accordance with applicable laws. To find out more, go to occ.gov. It's going to grow more simpler to enter into cryptocurrency or provide crypto services. There was big news on June 14th. Crypto services can now be formally offered by U.S. banks. Hester Pierce, the commissioner of the SEC, acknowledged it. And Powell, the chair of the Fed, supported it by stating that banks are allowed to assist and participate in the cryptocurrency business. This might be the beginning of Wall Street's complete adoption of cryptocurrency. It's fascinating to watch what comes next as the obstacles are being removed. Want to know the specifics? Take a look. Have expressed support for the House and Senate's efforts to regulate stablecoin, in particular, the genuine chance to dollarize the world, and their significant acquisition of U.S. Treasury bonds. Have you noticed a discernible change in banks' or other regulated organizations' involvement in the digital asset area since the Fed took that action? Although I wouldn't be the first to notice that, I do notice a considerable shift in tone, and it accurately captures changing perspectives and the state of the cryptocurrency sector. And I anticipate that there will be more activity in the future. How is the Fed assessing and monitoring banks or other regulated companies operating in the cryptocurrency or digital asset space? In our opinion, banks have the authority to choose who their clients are. We didn't make that choice, therefore banks are free to offer financial services to businesses in the cryptocurrency sector. Additionally, banks are allowed to engage in cryptocurrency activities as long as they are done in a way that protects safety and soundness. Fantastic news. All systems are operational. The Fed, OCC, and FDIC have now given us the all-clear. This is significant for Ripple and XRP. Here's why. Let's go back in time to 7 years ago for a brief moment. Time flies, I know. Ripple already had an outstanding array of collaborations lined up at that point. Indeed, in the past, Ripple's website featured all of these well-known partnerships with significant banks around the world, including those in the United States. Fast forward to the present, and it's amazing to watch how those early relationships, particularly among institutional players, align with the current momentum. How do you feel about XRP and Ripple? Doesn't it seem like this technology is about to become widely used? In fact, it reminds me of January when the CEO of Bank of America stated that if regulators approved, the financial sector would embrace cryptocurrency payments. Well, that appears to be taking place. Just take a look at JP Morgan's foray into cryptocurrency with their reliable token, JP. It's not just them either. By 2026, State Street intends to introduce cryptocurrency custody, and Citi is also improving. Recall that they began focusing on cryptocurrency in February of this year. Okay, let us take a time to review that March tape before we get into Citi. It felt like the floodgates were going to open when Monica Long revealed that the CEO of Bank of America said, "We're all in." Let's rewatch that video, take a look. This year seems like the floodgates are about to open.